Hi class, I hope you guys are doing awesome today. Today we are going to do the essay response. So I'm going to read you a fun article. The article I'm going to read to you guys today is 13 awesome facts about bats. And then you're going to write an essay about 2 interesting things that you've noticed in the article. So just quickly, you guys have written essays before, but I just want to recap some of the information quickly. I want you guys to please write 1 introduction, 2 paragraphs, and 1 conclusion. So in your introduction, you can just maybe talk a little bit about the article, what it's about, and then you can allocate 1 paragraph to 1 interesting fact, and then the second paragraph for another interesting fact. And then in your conclusion, you just summarize everything. Let me just hear, do you guys feel comfortable with writing an essay, or do you guys want to do a mind map first? What do you want to do?
The final essay.
Okay, start off with the essay.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys are ready, I'll start with the article. Okay, 13 awesome facts about bats. They've been called creepy, scary, spooky, but bats are an important species that impact our daily lives in ways we might not even realize. From pollinating our favorite fruits to eating pesky insects to inspiring medical marvels, bats are heroes of the night. Bat Week, held the last week in October, celebrates the role of bats in nature and all that these amazing creatures do for us. Check out some interesting bat facts and cool photos below. So I'll be sharing the photos with you guys as well, so you can look at the photos with me. There are over 1,400 species of bats worldwide. Bats can be found on nearly every part of the planet, except in extreme deserts and polar regions. The difference in size and shape are equally impressive. Bats range in size from the Kitty's hognose bat, also called the bumblebee bat, that weighs less than a penny, making it the world's smallest mammal, to the flying foxes, which can have a wingspan of up to 6 feet. The US and Canada are home to about 45 species of bats, and additional species are found in the US territories in the Pacific and Caribbean. Not all bats hibernate. Even though bears and bats are the 2 most well-known hibernators, not all bats spend their winter in caves. Some bat species, like the spotted bat, survive by migrating in search of food to warmer areas when it gets chilly. There's a really cool photo. The northern long-eared bat spends winter hibernating in caves and mines. Bats have few natural predators. Disease is one of the biggest threats. Owls, hawks, and snakes eat bats, but that is nothing compared to the millions of bats dying from white nose syndrome. Bless you. The disease, named for a white fungus on the muzzle and wings of bats, affect hibernating bats and has been detected in 37 states and 7 Canadian provinces. This deadly syndrome has decimated certain species more than others. It has killed over 90% of northern long-eared, little brown, and tricolored bat populations in fewer than 10 years. Scientists are working to understand the disease. You can help by avoiding places where bats are hibernating. If you do go underground, decontaminate your clothing, footwear, and gear to help with not spreading this disease to other areas. Another cool photo. Without bats, say goodbye to bananas, avocados, and mangoes. Over 300 species of fruit depend on bats for pollination. Bats help spread seeds for nuts, figs, and cacao, the main ingredient in chocolate. Without bats, we also wouldn't have plants like agave or the iconic saguaro cactus. Night insects have the most to fear from bats. Each night, bats can eat their body weight in insects, numbering in the thousands. This insect-heavy diet helps foresters and farmers protect their crops from pests. Bats are the only flying mammal. While the flying squirrel can only glide for a short distance, bats are true flyers. A bat's wing resembles a modified human hand. Imagine the skin between your fingers larger, thinner, and stretched. This flexible skin membrane that extends between each long finger bone and many movable joints make bats agile flyers. Bats may be small, but they're fast little creatures. How fast a bat flies depends on the species, but they can reach speeds over 100 miles per hour, according to new research. Conservation efforts are helping bat species recover. At least 12 types of US bats are endangered, and more are threatened. These amazing animals face a multitude of threats, including habitat loss and disease, but we're working to change that. So in 1988, there were thought to be fewer than 1,000 bats at the 14 known routes range-wide. There are now an estimated 200,000 bats at 75 roosts. So we are busy saving the bats. The longest living bat is 41 years old. It's said that the smaller the animal, the shorter its lifespan, but bats break that rule of longevity. Although most bats live less than 20 years in the wild, scientists have documented 6 species that live more than 30 years. In 2006, a tiny bat from Siberia set the world record at 41 years. That's pretty incredible. Like cats, bats clean themselves. Far from being dirty, bats spend a lot of time grooming themselves. Some, like the colonial bat, even groom each other. Besides having sleek fur, cleaning also helps control parasites. Dogs aren't the only one with pups. Baby bats are called pups, and a group of bats is a colony. Like other mammals, mother bats feed their pups breast milk, not insects. Most bats give birth to a single pup. There's at least one species that commonly have twins, and that is in the eastern red bat. Mama bats form nursery colonies in spring in caves, date trees, and rock crevices. Bats are inspiring medical marvels. About 80 medicines come from plants that rely on bats for their survival. While bats are not blind, studying how bats use echolocation has helped scientists develop navigational aids for the blind. Research on bats has also led to advances in vaccines. Innies or outies. Humans aren't the only ones with belly buttons. With a few exceptions, nearly all mammals have navels because of mom's umbilical cord, and bats are no different. Now the real question is, innies or outies? There's the belly button. That's kind of cool. Bats need your help. You can help protect these amazing creatures by planting a bat garden or installing a bat house. Stay out of closed caves, especially one with bats. If you're visiting an open cave, make sure to prevent the spread of white nose syndrome by following these guidelines. And then there's a link that you can click on. Okay, so that's the article we're reading for today. Do you guys understand? Do you have any questions about the words or any facts about the bats that I need to repeat?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll leave the photos up. You can ask me to scroll to a different photo if you want, and I'll do that. And I'll give you guys a few minutes to write your essays, and then we can hand it in afterwards. So just to make sure that you guys understand, your essay needs to be only 1 page. So remember to write small paragraphs. This is just to test your listening skills and a little bit of your essay skills. So yeah, that's about it. You guys are welcome to start.
Ma'am, should there be a word count?
Yes, please put a word count in the bottom right corner of your essay, and please make sure your name is on your essay as well. If you've already written your topic at the top, make sure your name is at least at the back of the page or at the bottom of the page.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, if you guys are done, please do the word counts, and then I'll start handing in the essays one by one. So then we will be finishing up for today. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your class. If you're done, you can take out your earphones and just relax.